Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Joffrey Noodle Legs here today with little Sullivan. He's here. You come and say hello, Sullivan. Hello everybody. There he is, little baby. Yeah, I know. We got another Noodle film review today. Telling me off. We're looking at a classic spaghetti western called Cemetery Without Crosses. Now this edition is an Arrow edition. It contains the DVD and Blu-ray of the movies and extra features, and also contains the first printing booklet of the film. So this is an Italian film. We won't waste any time. We're going to a little synopsis, and the film starts off with a horse chase. So there's a horse chase on it, which is in black and white, which is really strange. And then when the titles finish of the film, it then cuts into colour. And this, the guy that's escaping, his name is Ben, is escaping like a family of, I think they're rustlers, I'm not sure. But he goes back to his house where his wife lives. So he arrives at the house and falls off the horse, and his wife Maria meets him outside, and then the sort of the Rustler family, I think they're called Rob. I think they're called, name of the family. I think they're called Robins, something like that. They turn up at the house.
Maria. Ben.
So for whatever he's done, he now gets they get prepared to hang him. I'm not sure. It's not explained what he's done at the beginning. I think it's something to do with they've stolen his horses from his place, and he's gone there to get them back anyway. They are getting prepared to hang him. So they got him ready to hang, and again, it's not really explained why they're doing this. Obviously, Maria's asking them not to do it, and whatever, but they just go ahead and hang him. Then it weirdly cuts to another part. It might be the same family, but cuts to them, and they're just burning down a house. Yeah, they burnt down this house. First of all, I thought it was Maria and Ben's house, but it wasn't. It's a completely different house. But they're being watched by two other sort of outlaws, and I think the outlaws are friends of Maria's and that. And they're watching it, and then they go over to the burnt house to see if there's any sort of thing there to sort of like salvage. We then return back to Maria's house where she's digging a grave to put her husband Ben in their little yard area, and the two outlaws arrive to the house.
We couldn't get the herd. The Rogers already sold it. But at least we got the money.
So they've arrived at the house and they've told her that they've not been able to get the horses back, but they got the money. And then they go in the house and they start dividing the money up three ways, because I think their plan is to sort of give her share and move on. So we get to a little bit of a jibber jabber, and they sort of tell Maria that they're going to be moving on, that they're done with this sort of thing. They're going to be taking their share of money and moving on.
I'm not going back. I'm through with farming. We'll be leaving tomorrow. Rogers have been trying for years to get hold of the King land. Now they've done it. We'll spend the night here and then cross the border. Be safer there. Wait a minute. That livestock was all we had. We couldn't let him get away with all that money. All right, so he's dead, but you can't blame us. That's your money.
We then cut to Maria taking her share of the money, and she goes to a deserted sort of town with there's just one guy living there, and she's going there to sort of speak with him. So she arrives at this town, and I said there's one guy that's living there, and she's going to ask. I think he's some gunslinger, and he's quite cool. I think it's this guy here. His name's Manuel. He wears like one glove when he's gonna do a killing, but he's really quick, sort of gunslinger. Anyway, she's come there to pay him with the money to ask him to avenge her husband's murder.
What are you doing here?
They killed Ben.
Who killed him?
Rogers. They shot him, but he got away. They followed Ben. As soon as they found him at home, they hanged him. They made me watch.
I told him he should have gone away.
Nobody frightened Ben.
And now he's dead.
I don't want him to go free. I need someone.
You believe in revenge, but I don't. It never ends.
He's really reluctant. He pretty much says no, he's not going to do it. So she says she'll do it alone.
Well, I suppose I gotta do it all alone.
That's right.
Then you won't.
Doesn't interest me.
Then maybe you're willing to do it for a price.
Don't bother to bring it up. You're wasting time.
I already brought it up. This is what Ben got back from the Rogers.
I'm through with fighting.
So she drives. She goes off back on a Horton cart, and he goes into the sort of his deserted saloon, which is obviously his home. He takes the money and he hides it in there, and this is where we see him put on his sort of like his glove for the first time. So there you see he's quite quick with the old gun, and then it cuts to the main sort of local town.
You want a room? Yeah. Time to look.
So our hero Manuel's arrived at this town, and he's goes to a hotel to book himself in at the hotel.
Oh, bastard!
Come on. Take you to your room.
I'll make him pay for this. I'll get him.
Go on now. I don't want trouble with the Rogers.
We then join him at the saloon at night, where it's a lot more busier, and he meets one of the sort of local girls there.
Buy me a drink? You're new in town. I saw you over at the hotel.
As he's talking to her, four outlaws come into the saloon, and she points out to him the Robbins family, because the Robbins family are in the saloon. So she points out to the outlaws that the Robbins family are there. So they go over to sort of like get them to sort of like leave town.
Yeah. Keep your hands on the table.
So we cut to one of the outlaws telling one of the Robbins family, yeah, to get out of town, you're not welcome round here.
You're gonna go, and now. So now you know. You're gonna find we do all right. Us valleys. You'll find out. And if you don't believe we're tough enough to do it, I'll show you a sample.
Hope you know what you're doing. I don't know. But if I were you...
But you ain't. Stop.
Now, it's obviously they're going to refuse to go, and they get one of the guys up to sort of punch him, and he kicks him away, and he gets his gun out, and our hero Manuel then shoots the 4 outlaws, siding with the Robbins. And just as after that happens, the sheriff and his posse come in and they arrest Manuel, take him to the jail, saying, you know, being arrested for murder and that. And the Robbins family try and find out who he is.
Can you tell me who he is?
No idea. But he's the kind I really wouldn't want to know.
We then cut to the next day and the Robbins family turn up at the sheriff's office to get this guy freed. This Robbins family, they were like the sort of like big family of the town, and they like the ones that control everything. And like I said, they're the ones that stole the horses from Ben and his wife and all this. And they've also got control of like the sheriff and everything. So they've gone there to get Manuel freed.
Brought you a little note.
I'll send it. Think you ought to read it.
Cut here if I won't release him. 4 men have been shot.
In self-defense. My friend, we were both there. We were witnesses.
Then you ought to know who he is.
Sure, he works for us. Let him go. My brothers now take care of him.
We figure this will leave you free to look for the Canes.
My men are searching.
All right. Just remember this. We pay you good money, and we want action.
So Manuel's freed, and he goes off with the Robbins family to the Robbins family's ranch. And that's all I'm going to tell you. What's going on? I mean, because obviously Maria's asked Manuel to revenge the Robbins family for the death of Ben, but he's taken to their side. But is this a part of the plan? Is this his way to getting into the inside of the family so he can revenge what's happened to Ben? Because it turns out he's a friend of Ben's and Maria anyway. So is his plan to get himself infiltrated into the family to work for him? Because he does take on a job with them at the ranch. So what's going to happen? Is he going to get the revenge? Is Maria going to get the revenge she needs? Or is he actually just going to be a part of the family? You need to watch it and find out. What do I think of the film? It's a great film. It's an awesome Western. Really, really cool. Beautifully shot. Really cool film. Quite gripping. The story can get a little confusing, but that's Italian films for you. Even their horror genre. The films are confusing. So why would the Westerns be any different? it can be a little bit confusing and sort of end with some sort of like stories not sort of answered. So that's the sort of story on it. So, but it's a really cool revenge movie. Most westerns are revenge movies, and it's really, really cool. So the pluses of this one, the transfer is amazing. It looks stunning. It's really cool. I was a bit worried when I first put it on because it came in black and white. I thought, what's going on? Is there two versions? So I'd look in the menu and thought, no, there's only one. So I went back to watch it again, and then all of a sudden the sort of coloration came in, and it was kind of strange that, but I quite like that as well. And at the end of the film, it goes back to black and white again. So that was quite cool. The acting's really, really good. Really cool acting. It's not over the top. It's just perfect. And it's not over the top violent. There is some violence in there. There's a great shootout, gunslinging shootout near the end. There is some killings and stuff in there. Not too gory. There's a little bit of gore in there, but not too much. I always find it funny when you get countries like Italy and that making films based in America. You know, it's just like, it's kind of crazy, but it works and it's really, really cool. Really, really good film. I really enjoyed it. The minuses of the film, like I said, the story can be a little bit confusing, and I found the actual ending and the process of what happened a little bit confusing, but there we go. It all pans out in the end, though. So I'm going to give this a little score. I'm going to give this an excellent watch and score it an 8 out of 10. It would have got more if I think it was being probably a bit more gory. I just like my gore, don't I? But and when this was an Italian horror, I thought, oh yes, I mean Western, it's going to be really gory. But I should have took notifications of 15 and probably realised it's not going to be that good. But it is a really good spaghetti western. If you love spaghetti westerns like Django or The Man with No Name westerns and stuff like that, or things like The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, you would love this film. It's really, really cool. It's a great revenge movie. So that is Cemeteries Without Crosses, 8 out of 10. A great film. Have any of you guys seen it? Let me know down below what you thought of it if you have. I thought it was fantastic, really good. I should do some more westerns really on my channel, because it is, I think westerns is my second favourite genre of films. Obviously horror is my favourite, but then I like westerns and I like sci-fi and then I like comedies. So I really should do more of the westerns, and I might look at some classics on my channel, like my favourite, Unforgiven. I must do a review of that. Such a good film. Anyway, guys, until next time, look after yourselves, look after one another, and I really hope I'll see you all soon.